Happened to be at an estate sale yesterday. I got myself a loader for the H because, well, the camera's been off. Big John Deere crawler loader went down. Be a while before I can work on it, but I don't relish the idea of pushing snow by hand. That's why I purchased a loader for the H at the estate sale. But of course, can't really put a loader on that thing, or a loader in that thing to haul it home. I don't really have a trailer because that thing's frame is kinked at the back and I don't want to pull with it. So, borrow my aunts. Trailer, truck. Other than the fact that the lights in the trailer refuse to work, so everything's an ordeal around here. Alright. Well, it's flogged out old truck. Got to do flogged out old truck things because it says Jeep on it. Fender used to say Ram 250. Of course, Dodge. First time we started in the morning, so come on. Come on. There we go. Hood popped. It's a Dodge. The hood pop came off in my hand the other day. And it just seems like a wise idea to check vitals. Oh, we're going in there. Well, loader full. Doesn't smell like the gas though. I think it has to do with the oil filter I put on it. I don't think its anti-drain back thing is working correctly. Their steering fluid is there. Brake fluid is there. Clutch fluid is a little bit low, but there. There is, in fact, good green coolant in the radiator. Once again, the Jeep key. Oh, the warning lights are out on the dash. I'll go get this thing pulled up to the trailer so see if I can't get the lights in that thing working. Made it off. This trailer in tow. Turns out the reason it didn't have any lights is the wiring harness on the truck side was all ripped up. So I got all that sorted. Had to rewire the entire truck side of it. But all the lights work, all the tires are full of air. I'm on the move. So I'll pick the camera back up at the estate sale with the loader. Perfect. That's bracket right down in front of the loader. Up and then tilt. I think if you just back out of it, you can just hold it in place there. Well, here's the estate sale and find loader. There's a deer. It's an old Farmhand, according to the tag, F11-A. It's in A shape. The bucket is fairly nice. Missing a pin back here where you can drop it off to become a blade. Of course, in classic farmer fashion. That's paint, or that's rust and dirt caked in back channels that they painted over. All 4 cylinders aren't going to need to have some work done to them. That one is, the rod is bent. I'll have to build a new one of those. Of course, they left the hydraulic reservoir completely open for that long. There's been a lot of modifications. See, they narrowed that frame and have a better look from behind, except my camera lens is all scuffed and just catches sun glare. But you can see it on that side. It dives in like that. It's not supposed to. It's just supposed to carry straight on down. You can see they had it sitting canted back, so that would be about level on it. So you can see that's where the control stand, or control levers, and the hydraulic reservoir sit. What they had it on that needed that, I don't know. The farm it was on was a fairly international farm, but you never know. You can see we've also modified the cylinders supposed to pin in there. Moved them down and pinned them in here. This plate just caused another issue that I'll show in a second. First day of the auction, the PTO pump wasn't there because the loader was just sitting out in the field with a bucket in front of it. So, first night of the estate sale, picked up this thing, and actually an old pump type klaxon horn for the Mac. But first night, got this thing, went home, was happy, because didn't have that pump, but it had all the other hydraulics, so I figured I'd run it off the lift all of the H. And second day, I actually went back to pick this thing up, looked around, didn't find anything else of real interest, other than that trailer, which has some issues, namely the deck has the bone structure of jelly. It's, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but the axle says International on it. I'm pretty sure it's off of the 30s International. 37, I think. The farm was an International farm. Picked this up, third day. Also was just looking around to see if there's anything I missed. I found the pump for it, sitting in the corner of the shop. It is actually, I don't know, I'm really not wanting to pick it up, but it is a Farmhand pump. Not 100% convinced that it's this Farmhand's pump, but it is a genuine Farmhand pump. Unfortunately, while I was walking around it a few minutes ago, thinking what I wanted to say for this video, I noticed a crack and all the way up the main arms, and I'm pretty sure what that's from, because you can see it's fish plated. The crack itself is welded and braced up, welded up, then it cracked again. I think that's from the ram pushing on that lower, pushing and pulling on that lower part of the loader frame after it cants down, just getting too much leverage on that point and it's breaking. But I think when I move it back to there, or back to its proper mountings there, it should alleviate some of the stress on that. Hopefully not crack again after I get it welded up again. But there's some pretty cool details, like the old tag on there. I'm going to have to find somewhere to mount this. Probably flop it around so this is on the outside, and you can't see the giant braze repair that somebody made to it, or they cut into it and, for whatever reason, probably clean out rust. Well, I managed to get the loader unloaded. It was not fun. Hopefully I should be able to get the loader mounted to that thing, do the H, for the snow flies. Just because I really don't love the idea of pushing snow by hand. I'm sure I've said that a dozen times already in what I've filmed. I figure I might as well say it again. So, know that thing will need some work. I'll try to film as much of it as possible, as much of the mounting it back to the H size as possible. About the end of this video. I don't have any more work that is done on this. So, thanks for watching.